Take two. What's happening, man? It's your boy Killa TV, high definition Vine. Killa be the name.
Don't ask him how he got it.
Please don't. All right, man. I'm here with Hector, a.k.a. New Future Flash, in here.
What's happening, my boy?
What's happening, my boy? In here, Rello, and it's a long story. It's a long story. You'll see Rello shortly. It's a long story. But anyway, man, let's get into it, man. It's been a kind of crazy few days.
Right.
Man. But my folks down there in Alabama, man, we came
crazy.
Through. We came through. I mean, by now, y'all have seen all the craziness that happened in Montgomery, Alabama. You know what I mean? White privileged people, you know what I mean, not wanting to move their boat. And I mean, everybody done seen the video by now.
Right. At first, I didn't know what the hell it was. I saw like a little clip of it. A little clip. And I'm just, I'm scrolling like Instagram doing this.
Yeah, you didn't even think. I swear to God, it was the same thing. My homeboy sent it to the group chat, and I said, man, we niggas probably should, it's getting really too hot. Niggas should probably just go home. Like, cause it's like, why is niggas fighting? I'm not really paying attention. I just kind of strolled by it. And I don't even know when I went back to it. But when I went back to it, I was like, oh.
Right. It was a lot of the memes that got me.
Yeah.
And then people were talking about, have you seen that? Like, no, what you talking about? And then they showed me, like, I seen a piece of it.
Yeah.
But like throughout the week, they were like, uploading like longer and longer clips because they were trying to paint it one way, and they showed what actually happened. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, definitely crazy, man. But my biggest takeaway from the whole shit is, man, you black people, you see what happens when we come together and be together and do stuff together. You know what I mean? Like, yo, us together in unity, man, we can take over everything and hold each other accountable, man. You know what I mean? You send up the bat sign, toss that
it's
cap
going
up.
down.
That's the bat sign, bro.
The wildest one was a dude jumping in the water, swimming, pulling himself up.
Bro, that was crazy,
that
bro.
That takes some strength, bro.
That's some strength, bro. That's like, man, fuck, I ain't even waiting for the boat to hit the damn dock. Like, I'm on it now. You know what I mean? Salute to them. And the Karens and the Bobs and the rest of y'all, man, tighten up, man. You got to share this world with everybody just like us, man.
Facts.
Got to tighten up, man. Entitlement, man. Use your entitlement for the good, man. For the good, man. So it was crazy, and you know, going forward, Hector.
Bro.
Please don't go. Please never leave home without it. Bro was like wilding though, bro. Like he just.
Bro, when I saw him crack the white girl on the floor.
Yeah, he went too far.
Bow. I like, oh shit.
He went too far.
And then today I woke up.
Dudes getting beat up with a.
Hell yeah, somebody else getting beat. Yo, that's crazy.
This shit, you about to have a permit for these shits here in a minute.
Background check to get a fucking foldable chair.
Get a folding chair. So
yeah, bro, they going nuts.
They're going nuts, man. But bro, like I don't know what was he on. Like why hit the white woman? They was already whooping her ass. Like
WWE shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. He was. That must have been like years of trauma. That was like years of trauma or some shit. And he was
finally,
like,
bow.
Finally, yo, I'm getting this shit out, man. But on some more serious shit, so Tory Lanez got fucking 10 years, man.
That shit hurt my heart, bro.
What was your take on that?
I don't think he should get anything like over a year, bro. There's people who actually killed people who got less than 10.
Less than 10 years, right?
And it's like, bro. She was twerking the next day. That's all I'm gonna say. She was twerking the next day.
My biggest thing, and no disrespect, Megan, but I've never seen the picture. I've never seen the picture of the actual gunshot to her foot.
They were saying it was fragments. Which, I mean, like I said, we don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of anything, it was drunk. You know what I'm saying? Not using proper etiquette with a weapon. I get all that. But 10 years, bro.
10 years is crazy.
That's wild. And they were trying to give him more. Wasn't it like 25 or some shit?
Yeah.
They dropped it down to 10.
Yep.
No. And get deported.
Bro. You can't even come back, bro.
They threw the book at my boy.
Yeah, man.
And what sucks is he was on fire.
On fire, got his master's, like he was out of his contract and everything. Like he was moving, man. I remember right before, the shit happened, it was pandemic, and he was doing the something radio. He was going live and shit. Quarantine radio.
Right.
And he was killing it with that. And I was like, yo, this kid is about to, do something special. And man, I never thought this would be the outcome. Like I was definitely thinking like a slap on the wrist.
I can't front. I apologize to Meg because I was talking hella shit. I'm like, oh, wow,
you was one of them.
Yeah. Like he's getting off, dog. He didn't do that shit. Her friend shot or all kinds of conspiracies.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? If he did it, say apologize to Meg. But 10 years is still crazy to me.
Where does Meg's career go from here?
To be honest, bro, I think she hit her ceiling already.
You think Meg hit her ceiling already?
Yeah, personally, yeah. Because she rap about the same shit every song. Mm-hmm. And with so many women, like women artists are dominating the charts right now.
Absolutely.
So where is she gonna fit in that? You know what I'm saying? With Ice Spice doing this shit with Nicki, the Barbie song and all of that stuff. It's like
what was the young lady that didn't sell the record that she thought she was gonna sell? That's Benzino's daughter, right?
Killa Ray.
And
I even think she's hot. Like, bro, she got potential too. Like, I feel.
But why do you think she didn't do the numbers that she thought she would probably do? Like, are people just more running towards the singles, but they don't really care about a whole project or a whole album?
With that situation, see, I know with different artists, they're pushed differently. You know what I'm saying? Some artists have the machine behind them. Like Drake is backed by Apple. Mm-hmm. So when he dropped and he's competing with people who are just regular artists, the numbers aren't going to be the same. So we don't know. I don't personally know who's backing Killa Ray. You know what I mean? But I know people like Meg, like you got Rock Nation backing Meg. So those numbers are going to reflect your management, your fucking team. So I don't know. It wasn't her first album?
I guess, yeah, it's her first album.
And that Player song was a smash, bro.
That was a smash. That was a big smash. She had like 2 or 3 smashes, right?
Yeah.
So
and she did sell low.
Yeah. I mean, if that, I don't know. Is that like the public not really totally buying into the artist?
I don't know because Sweetie's last album didn't do numbers either though. It's like a lot of the albums just aren't doing unless you like that caliber. If you're Cole, Kendrick, Drake, Kanye,
right? Those are the people that we care about.
The album is an experience. A lot of the other artists, they kind of like
what's the name that just dropped? The boy from Houston, Astro Boy.
Oh, Travis Scott. His shit gonna do numbers.
Right?
Bro, he was about to perform at the Pyramids.
Right. Man, I know I'm all over the place, but why do people fuck with him so hard? Like,
I hate to say it, bro. He's one of the more talented artists in the industry. Like when he first got in the industry, he got signed by 2 people. He got signed by T.I. and Kanye. For a producer and for an artist.
Right.
And most of Kanye's albums normally get the final touch by Travis Scott and Kid Cudi to give it that edge. Like he's one of them people, he's a producer. But have you heard the album?
Only Travis Scott song I know is the song with Drake. And it's like another couple ones. I remember what was he had like one on 2K. I remember on one of the 2Ks I played.
So you're talking about Sicko Mode, right?
I'm talking about Sicko Mode, and then there was another song that was on 2K. But I've never really gotten to Travis Scott, to be honest.
Get you some headphones. You know what I'm saying? When you driving, just play his last album, and you're gonna. Bro, I'm telling you.
I've heard so many good things about Rodeo. Was it Rodeo?
Rodeo was fire too.
Yeah. Astro World, but I never really got into it, man. But I'm gonna disagree, man. I think Megan can definitely still compete. So? I think so, man. I think so. Cardi's taking her time about putting out an album, and I think like Coil Ray, like I think people are not completely buying into these females are dominating, but I don't think the public are totally, dialed into what they got going on. Me personally, like I think that they care about the hot song. It goes crazy on TikTok and does things, but when it's time to actual get the album, and then it's so easy to get the album. All you gotta do is just literally go to the fucking Apple's. I mean, go there and get it. Right. They ain't like it's a commitment where you got to walk to the store.
They haven't built that camaraderie with the fans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These other artists we're talking about.
And it's more like likes. Like, you know what I mean? Like they should probably do a gazillion likes, but you know what I mean? But
see, that always goes into my thing. It's like, bro, when you make trendy music, it don't always reflect to selling stadiums and doing that type of shit because you're not really connecting. You know what I'm saying? You just doing something like the WAP song. That's why I say that, because her last few singles have been kind of like just a gimmick. Hasn't really been like a fire song with replay value. Like after that stint that it's gonna be on the radio for whatever 3 months, you're not gonna bump it a year later, 2 years later. And I feel there's certain artists like what's that girl, the Munch girl?
Yeah. Is that Ice Spice? I don't know.
She's kind of like diversifying her shit. And what's the other girl from New York?
What's Pound Town girl? What's her name?
Sexy Red?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know about her yet. That shit crazy. I ain't.
You know, I'm showing my age. I don't. If I don't, I swear to God, like when I hear it on TikTok, I be thinking like they like parodies, but then they be like real songs. I be like, oh, this shit's like a real song.
Right. And she did that shit at the BT Awards, which is crazy. Dog, that shit is crazy.
Right, man.
You celebrating hip hop and you play that? That's nuts, dog.
Crazy, man. Yeah. And happy birthday to hip hop. Hip hop turns 50 tomorrow, man.
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
Along with DJ VI, be 50. I don't know how old he is, but happy birthday to VI. Yeah, man.
You getting old, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting up there, man. I'm you know what? When I was like young and in my 20s, bro, like I was having so much fun, but being at my age now, like I'm at peace.
Right.
I think it's a difference between having fun and at peace, bro. Like I'm like older and like living and enjoying life and at peace. The fun shit is cool, but being at peace is like that's where it's at, man. Like, you know what I mean? Letting people, being selective of who you let in your energy and in your circle and all that, like just be at peace, man. Be at peace with it, man. Yeah, so I guess we're getting to the rest of the episode now.
Right.
I guess we're getting to anything else anything you want to plug before we get into the rest of the episode?
No, man, just go check out the music. You know what I'm saying?
Where can they find the music? New Future Flash.
It's on every platform, really. But there's a few, like I said, there's a few of us like who's doing this music shit, and we're taking our time trying to create something that's gonna stick. But yeah, on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all that shit is just New Future Flash. You'll see my music. You can look up King Bay, Khalif Music. We're all dropping. We're gonna try to drop a project before the year's up.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. That should be dope.
Stay tuned for that. All right, so we got into everything, and now we're going to give y'all the rest of the episode. My apologies. I know the episode's a little late, but shit happens, man. But we appreciate y'all for tapping in and continuing to rock with Bess Conversations Podcast. We love y'all, and make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I know y'all seen the numbers. You know, I post the numbers on the Instagram. I don't never know what the hell they're going to be. But y'all showing out, man. Y'all showing out, man. Y'all definitely showing a lot of love, and we consistently growing, man. And when I show that, that's just a way to show, like, man, run your race, man. Run your race, and you know what I mean. Because whatever God got for me anyway, nobody can take it. So if you run your race, man, you're gonna get to where you gonna get to. So yeah, that's what it is, man. All right, man. Killa TV, Bess Conversations Podcast, Hector, aka New Future Flash. Let's get into the rest of the episode. Back. Back. My pickup days is over.
Okay.
I can't even play pickup no more. My back hurt.
They got a 40 in LA.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can only play with the 40. Last time I played, a nigga called me Unc.
That would have me weak. I tell you, he had me weak when he said that. He was like, yo, young nigga called me Unc. I said, okay, you are the Unc. I mean, like.
Now, is it random back pain?
Are you not Unc, though?
I am
on age.
Is it random back pain or is it like every day?
Only when I play pickup.
Okay.
Only when I play pickup. So
so that's why you got to retire.
That's why I got to retire.
But you know
and I tried to play full court that day. I think I'm good. I think I'm good if we do big three. I'm big three ready.
Big three ready.
I'm big three ready. I'm big three ready.
Big three ready. Facts.
But the moment that you got to cross half court, that's it.
That's it.
Full court's a different beast.
Wait a minute, I didn't know you went to the court today.
Bro said, "Hey, look, bro said the half court line is out of bounds."
Yeah, it's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds now.
It's like when you get to that
check ball, bro.
When you get to that age, you just know, like, look, I can't do this no more. I can't do what I was doing at 24, at 14 and stuff like that. I'm like, yo.
I got 7 moves in my bag and they all half court moves. I don't got no more.
And the older you get, them 7 turn into like 4.
Yeah.
Then 2.
Then like 1.5, maybe.
Then you what's that driveway basketball?
Yeah.
Not playing with the kids on the
on the what's that? The lifetime goal.
When your son cross you up and you get injured for real, that's all.
That's what it's
You got to be able to beat him with jab steps and rip throughs.
I'm just waiting for the day Deuce cross me over.
Pull up.
And then it's a wrap.
Yeah.
All right, Best Conversations Podcast.
Yeah.
We in here, episode 116. We in here just talking about some old nigga shit, you know what I mean? Talk about how we old and rusty and all that good shit.
I'm not rusty.
He ain't rusty.
All right, what's up, man? It's your host, Killa TV, High Definition Vaughn. Killa be the name.
Don't ask how he got it.
Yeah. And for the record, it's not even close. So just leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm Michael Jordan. I play for the team I own. You feel me? You feel me?
Big stuff.
You feel me?
Big
All right,
stuff.
who are you?
Mr. Cool J himself, man. Rello Cool J, man. Rello the Prince. Mr. Rello the King. Rello the everything.
And we can't, and you know we gotta say what's up to Future Flash Hector. What's happening, my boy?
What's up?
But yeah, by the time they see this, y'all be done had y'all amazing block party and all that good stuff, man.
Right.
Bro,
So
I am
what's
mad.
any expectations for the block party, bro?
I'm mad.
Might be nice out there, you know what I'm saying?
I'm mad.
You not coming?
I can't.
Bro, you be capping.
No, it's not the cap.
See how you do?
It's the
See
bag.
how you do?
Camera
It's
last
the
week.
bag.
Last
It's
week
the
he said
bag.
he was coming. What
It's the
happened?
bag.
Right.
So we're gonna put this out there, man. Your boy accepted a new position.
Hey, congrats.
That's
All about leveling up.
Yeah.
That's why I gotta miss the bash, man. Like, I was definitely coming and all that, but he said, hey, I need you on this to go ahead on this day. I said, no, I'm out.
Yes. How was your week?
Life's great, man. Week is great. How was your week?
Everything was good. I see Shooter. We got Shooter back there. I ain't seen Shooter in a minute.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up to everybody? Thanks to everybody watching the last episode. Thanks for everybody that continually tap in. We totally appreciate you. So you got some guests in here. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah.
Who we got in here tonight, Rello?
Man, to my far right, we got my dog Snap.
What up, gang?
You know
What up? SNAP.
Yeah.
Snap prone to snap at any moment.
Nigga.
Follow me, cause why the fuck would you not?
Tell him again.
Facts. Follow me, cause why the fuck would you not?
But then also we got his partner, you know what I mean? My dog,
Yeah.
Mr. Legend himself, man. Leo Legend, man.
Yes, sir.
Snap and Leo.
Yeah.
Sir.
Welcome to Best Conversations, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having
Welcome.
us, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the background story on these guys. man.
Let's hear it.
You remember back in August?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm sorry, like early July, something like that. They did the show downtown Greensboro, the Slaughterhouse.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I seen these guys get on stage, these two right here,
Mm-hmm.
them boys a problem on that stage. Like, them boys is a problem. Like, he started spitting first. I was like, damn.
You know,
Then-
you gotta open the show with a bang.
Yeah, he opened the show with a bang.
Okay.
Leo steps up, punch him in the face. I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey, bartender, let me get a drink in the Corona with a lime. Like, I was into it, man. Like,
Word.
like these two right here, like they coming. I'm
All
telling
right,
you.
they coming. All right. So you know how we come.
Yeah.
You know how we come. We set this shit off with the question of the week. We get everybody talking, everybody in the comments. Salute salute to everybody is constantly in the comments, you know what I mean, for the question of the week. This week, the question of the week was a suggested question of the week from one of our followers. She wanted to give us the question of the week.
Okay.
We got Shoot in here. We got another young lady in here. I would love to hear they're
Yeah.
Miss K. That's her name.
Yeah.
What's up? What's happening?
Queen K. Queen K in the building. Guys, of course, Miss Shooter back there.
Okay. All right. So the question of the week is: Do you want to be wanted or needed?
Ooh.
Anybody like to kick that off?
Who said this?
Are you okay? This question of the week.
Where came from?
To what's her name? I forget her name. From the West Side, homegirl from the West Side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know who he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you rather be wanted or needed?
I'd rather be wanted. I don't want to be needed.
So you just don't want to be there just for the dick and the good dick and to pay the bills.
Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I need you to give me dick or I need you to eat my pussy or some shit. Like, I don't want that. I want you to want me for who I am and shit. You feel me? Like, I don't want nobody to need me. Hell no, because I feel like I don't need
Nobody.
But like I was saying with Shooter, I want Shooter. It's like, I want her.
Okay.
Like, but we even each other out. But that's a crazy ass question.
Snap. You rather be wanted or needed?
I'm gonna have to agree with bro. I mean, it's a different energy when somebody don't need you around, but they rather have you around than not have you around.
Okay.
Like, you feel me? Or like when you not necessarily needed at your job, but your boss wants you there because you're a good employee.
Absolutely.
Right? Like it's a different energy. So yeah, definitely rather be on it.
I'm a Leo. I think I'm gonna have to go with. I actually want to be needed. I want to be needed. I want to be needed. I think with the microwave society, like everybody wants change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wants are things that happen with moments and times. Things can change with your wants, but those things that are needed are permanent. And I think that's kind of like what I want out of the connections in life, out of the success in life. Like, I want to be needed because then you can't do it without me. So all the things that I want to be an integral part of, you can't imagine those things without imagining me as part of that fabric. So I want to be needed because that's longevity.
Word. Miss K, you wanna take a stab at it? Gotta hear you.
Yep.
All right, I respect your part about the permanency. I like that. But I'm Leo gang too, and I would rather be wanted because everybody needs me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody needs something from me and all that. But to come home to a partner that's like, I desire to be around you. I desire your time and your conversation, and I desire to do things. You know, like, I would rather be wanted. So.
Okay. Shooter? We ain't heard you on Best Conversations in a long time.
I hear it every day, so I'm good.
Don't start. It's been a while.
Wanted or needed?
I say I want to be wanted.
Okay.
Definitely wanted because when I think of the side of wanting to be needed, it's kind of possessive to me. I don't want you to need me. I want to be there. It flows more naturally for me.
I'm about to jump on you right
Flash.
Let me stop my shit.
Y'all know I'm toxic, man. I want to be needed.
Go ahead.
Big toxic
You know what I'm
game.
saying? I don't want you to breathe without me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
That is crazy.
That's outrageous. No, that's outrageous.
My boy
Yeah,
said,
I just
"Leave
me personally, I want to be wanted, man. I like, you know, if it's my lady, I want you to, you know, want me when I'm not there, think about me. All the whole nine. Needing me sounds a little, on the crazy side. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can't live without.
Kind
of sound like a dependent?
Is it specific? Right. Are we specifically talking about relationships? Because I'm thinking about holistically, like job. I'm thinking like career. We do music. Like I want to be needed on the music scene. I don't want to necessarily only be wanted on the music scene. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking of more of a holistic view. So like,
don't clean it up, dog.
That's a real shit though. Like that's a real shit. Like if you think in relationship, I don't want it.
That's more like a situational type of.
For me, it's like I guess I would say that it's for me it's situational. Yeah.
So I mean, you should. Good question.
Because the game need me. I ain't gonna lie. That bitch need me right now.
Terashita Jackson.
Okay.
Terashita.
Right. Thanks to you for the question of the week. And go pick up her paperback journal. I'm moving past this shit. That's her journal. It's on.
I'm moving past this shit.
Okay.
That is. Send me that too.
Shouts out to you, girl.
It's not a book. It's a journal. I asked
look, I don't know how to pronounce your name right, but I'm gonna read your journal.
I think it's gonna go by Tara. I think that's what it is.
All right, salute to you for the question.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All right, so Rello, man, we got your boys in here. Man, tell the people a little bit about your music journey, man. How did it all start for y'all?
Oh man, you want to go first?
Yeah. Mine was more of a. I was a poet first. Back in high school, I used to do poetry, and then for me, I realized like some of the poems I was doing started to become like songs. So it was something that I had to kind of like cultivate. And with my influences, I've always loved music, so to be able to find like identities in rap early was my thing. So hearing Chance's, hearing Drake's.
So you like vulnerable rap, like you like the guy that's vulnerable.
Yeah, I like real. Mm-hmm. I like the stuff that people don't talk about.
Right.
Where it's kind of like a journal, kind of like and that's kind of like the poetry influence is where it's got to be things that are directly tied to like what I'm going through, because I can't live in false perspectives for real. So that's where my music really comes from.
Man, honestly, I've been involved with music for almost 16 years.
Word.
So like to answer your question, it kind of started off in church.
Word.
Playing drums, and then through like middle school, high school, I played ball, but I was more passionate about music. So I gave up playing ball and put all my money and my time into getting equipment. And I started off recording on Soundwave with a Rock Band microphone and a boombox.
Oh, wow.
In a closet. And that was back when Soundwave had the live record button.
Yeah.
And you could like press the button and record your sounds live on the website and upload them. So I would blast my beats through the boombox and scream into the Rock Band microphone and record my music. And that's how I started off for like the first 5 years making music on SoundCloud. And it just kind of turned into a whole business. It turned into a whole lifestyle for me.
Right.
So I run with it.
Right.
What's been the biggest hurdle of trying to make music your full-time career in doing it? What's been the biggest hurdle so far?
Honestly, the biggest hurdle with trying to make music a career is knowing if you're making the right decision or not.
Okay.
Because life don't stop. Bills don't stop.
Right.
People needing shit don't stop. You needing shit don't stop. And music doesn't automatically pay. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not something that's just gonna get up with you one day and say, hey, I'm gonna just drop bread in your account. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it works. And for a lot of people who aren't blessed enough to be noticed right away, it's a lot of work and effort that goes into being recognized in this in the music industry, period.
Right.
So, like, making sure that you're making decisions that not only benefit your well-being and your livelihood, but also help drive your career forward. I feel like that's like the hardest part, because you always sit up with yourself at night and ask yourself if you made the right decision.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know who all like believe in God, but you always pray and ask God, like, is this the right decision to make? Is this the path you putting me on?
Absolutely.
And you got to live with whatever decision you make at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, I feel like making that right decision and dealing with that and trying to maneuver in that space, that's been the most difficult part.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, I think it's keeping a me versus me mentality. You see everything work for everybody, especially in like the TikTok era. Everything is instantaneous.
You're right.
So there might be something that's not really true to you, not true to your style. But I find like a lot of people in this field, they try to find ways to match what's going on. And then they end up losing themselves because even if you get an opportunity based off of that, like you got to be able to replicate that. Like you got to maintain whatever image it is that gets your foot in the door. So realizing that if you're gonna be a lyrical rapper or be somebody that's a purist backpacker, your path might take you an independent route that's not instantaneous like everybody else's. And are you still gonna go to the studio? Are you still gonna invest? When those around you don't understand what it is you're doing because it's going to take you longer, are you still going to be willing to do that thing? If you lose the friendships, if you lose the relationships, if the people that you love the most don't understand what it is you're choosing to do, are you still willing to wake up and do it? So like finding those motivations and those whys when life is lifing.
That's the easiest way to put it.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Life is lifing.
I ain't gonna lie. That and like to again piggyback off of what you said, that and doing shit again after you fail,
Right.
Because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it's not you can't avoid it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I done this shit so many wrong ways. Like I teach artists how to do it now because I know how to do it because I've done it so many wrong ways.
From your mistakes.
From my mistakes.
Yeah.
So like,
we like to give free game here.
Yeah.
This is
Free
best
game on Best Conversations.
Best Conversations. We like to give free game and we like to help the next artist. What's crazy is somebody hit me. Look, I'm a podcaster. I'm not a producer. I don't know Dre. I don't know how to get you in the game. All I do is podcast, man.
That's it.
Somebody literally hit me in the DM like put me on, like, bruh.
I can put you on.
Bruh, I can just sit you on the couch, bro. Like, that's it.
I can put you onto a lot of shit, but
yeah,
Well, my boy Snap right here.
right. You know, I mean, I can't do anything for you, but can you give somebody some free game of some of the mistakes you might have made in the beginning?
okay. So
What's one big big one?
The hugest thing that I can say, honestly, take time for artist development.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I say this and I mean this. If y'all don't take nothing else from this conversation, take time and put into artist development. Like I said, I've been doing this almost 16 years. I spent 5 years developing. You know what I mean? I spent another 5 learning the business before I ever started putting stuff out on all platforms or even distributing. I spent time learning. You know what I mean? So like,
did you go hand to hand? Do you remember? Did you start off hand to hand, or you came right into the streaming era?
When I first started recording on SoundCloud, what I would do was SoundCloud would allow you to download your tracks as MP3s after you upload them.
Right.
So I would burn them through LimeWire onto CDs, and I would go to the barbershop, and my barber would let me set up behind a little counter and sell my CDs to the customers that would come in at Fat Heads in Clayton. Shout out to Fat Heads. And Fat Heads was a trash ass barbershop in hindsight. But
you see how that man got the free promo in the trash? That is niggering at its best right there.
Hey, look, would you rather me tell you the truth or you want me to lie?
We having the best conversation over here.
Facts. So, but like I said, that's in hindsight. You feel me? But I also got a lot of game from Fat Heads. You feel me? Because I seen how they marketed. I seen how they put shit out. I seen how they did their merchandise.
Yeah.
How they sold the fake sneakers they used to sell and get away with it.
Definitely bought some fake sneakers out of back of a barbershop.
Okay. So like I learned all of that and I like peep game. And I feel like one thing artists need to understand is if you are artist, because you got some artists that want to stay independent, which is cool. That's great. You feel me? If you want to do it on your own and build your own brand and get out there, that's cool. But it's a million other artists that want to do that. You feel me? And it's 1 million plus other artists that want to do that. Now, if you're an artist that want to get signed, it's 1 million plus other artists that want to do that too. So the label is not going to take the time to develop you.
Right.
They want you to be established when you come in the door.
Nowadays, they want a finished product.
Exactly.
They don't even want to put any work in.
Exactly. Back in the day, a label will find an artist that's fire and will develop that artist into the person that we now be seeing on TV like, oh, that's a legend.
Right.
They're a legend because their label made them a legend.
Right.
But nowadays, you have to have that element in you prior to ever signing that deal.
Alicia Keys was signed for 10 years before she ever
was
seen
Alicia
drop.
Keys.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And to that point, like, a lot of artists fail to realize that if you don't put that work in yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
Because you're walking into a situation set up for professionals and you're coming in as an amateur.
Right.
So you're already at a disadvantage. So like me, I run the artist development platform, and Rel's been there. He's seen my competitions. He's seen how I maneuver on stage, how I promote, how I push artists, and how I pay artists. And it's like no one is developing these artists before they get into this room with all these other people. Like I said before, I'm not the person that's gonna get you in front of Drake or in front of Puffy or none of these other people. You get what I'm saying? That's not me. But I can help you get as professional as possible before you step into that environment. You feel me? Because when you step into that world, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely. Hector, you make music. What's piggybacking off that question? What's been like one of the biggest lessons you learned of doing music and
It's funny. It's funny that they said a lot of this because being authentic is definitely a big one. But from my experience is understanding that it's a music business.
Right.
Everybody just want to rap and make music, and that's why a lot of these dudes are getting fucked over, basically. Because they don't understand it's a business. So what he's saying is basically make yourself more valuable, become the package.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could go in just looking to be an artist, and that's when you're going to get 360 deals and all these whack deals.
Right.
But if you come through with fans, you come through with your own merchandise,
right,
with the ability to perform, because like Cardi B and even Sweetie,
right,
they couldn't perform for like 2 years. They were getting like booed off stage because their presence was ass. They just had a single. So it's like, the more valuable you become, the more money you get to keep in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went to school for audio engineering. So I could basically record myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, just become well-rounded and don't just be one-track minded. Be versatile.
Yeah.
So
wait a minute. I gotta piggyback off what you just said. What the fuck is a 360 deal?
It's basically
they're getting your show money,
It's basically like, so Rello, right?
Right.
What they'll do is they'll sign Rello.
Uh-huh.
But that means everything Rello, that name does, they get money off of it. And they give you like 20%. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if you go out and you do something like outside of music, and you make Rello shoes,
right,
it's their shit now.
Yeah.
That's the problem with those deals is like you doing all this shit, but you not reaping the benefits of, you know what I'm saying?
Basically just stuff like
it's just like right, hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say if I sign you,
right,
and I put $1 million in your pocket, you feel me? And you sign the contract, and especially like artists, like he said, that don't know no better, that just want to be artists and rap or do whatever it is you do, you feel me? You're not looking at the fine print. You don't even got the money to pay for a lawyer to look at the fine print for you. You don't even have a manager to look at the fine print for you. So you just looked at it with your family who probably also don't know what a contract look like, and you signed it. So now you got $1 million in your pocket. And for you, who ain't never seen $1 million before, you gonna immediately go spend that shit. Now me knowing that that's how you're gonna move with this money, obviously you're gonna have to pay it back. And on top of that, you gotta pay it back with interest because the label is a bank. So now that you signed this paperwork, you owe me $1 million plus. So I'm going to work you. I'm going to put you on tour. You're going to do all of these signings. You're going to do all of these shows.
We're going to work the doo-doo out of you.
Until I get my $1 million. Now, don't let you be an artist who got a one-hit wonder or who got a single that's hard but can't produce an album. or who got a fire ass album but can't perform.
Is that the situation with Moray right now? Because Moray was complaining that like he wants to put out more shit, but I don't know. I think it's a cop out, really, because I'm like, yo, we live in an era where you can put out your music anytime you want to.
Well, legally you can't, because if I sign you, if I sign you, and let's say I sign you, I give you $1 million, we do a single deal. Yeah. And you put out a single, and that single only make $100,000. Mm-hmm. Now I'm in the whole $900,000 because I gave you $1 million. You spent it on whatever the fuck you wanted to spend it on. I bought all of your studio time, all of your marketing, all of your promo, all of your tour dates I paid for, your boarding, your
and that
travel,
gets billed back to them,
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then on top of all of that, now you want to go and drop another single somewhere else to make money that technically you owe me.
So you saying Moray fucked?
As fuck.
It depends on the deal.
It depends on the deal. But you know how you get out of shit like that?
What's that? Drake,
his favorite rapper, said it in a song. Niggas will buy a house when you could have bought a verse. You feel me? It's millions of dollars.
Say that again.
Niggas will buy a house when they could have bought a verse.
Wouldn't they want to buy the house first before the verse?
No, you wouldn't. If I had $1 million in my pocket right now, you know what I would spend it on?
What's that?
A Drake verse, a Cole verse, a verse from somebody.
I don't think you get two for $1 million. I don't think you getting two for $1 million.
No, I'm not saying two.
I think Drake's like
I'm saying whichever.
Drake 250.
I'm saying whichever you can get for that. Whatever you can get for that $1 million. Because one,
is that clout chasing though?
It's not. It's not. It's if you think about it, it's brilliant. Because if I got $1 million, if I got $1 million in my pocket, and like he said, Drake, that's $250,000. Now let's say Cole another $250,000, hypothetically. Mm-hmm. Let's say Jay-Z want $500K. Okay, boom. That's 3 features right there from 3 people that guaranteed, because their name is attached to it, it's going platinum.
Listen, it's going to go.
Now, how much money am I gonna make back off of that?
Right.
More than triple, quadruple what I just spent.
But what's your marketing budget? You done ate up your marketing budget.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a smart person reinvest into the business first before you pay yourself.
Yeah, the first thing is
when I spend that $1 million and I get those features and them bitches go through the fucking roof, which they're gonna do with the names that I just paid for, and I get back that money, the first thing I do is reinvest that into my marketing.
Yeah, that $1 million
and into my promo.
That $1 million is the marketing budget.
Exactly. Yeah. And once it's recouped, that $1 million, double of that $1 million goes back into the marketing. So that way you incline and you continue to climb the hill instead of staying stagnant or going down. People will spend $500 on a reel, or they'll split it up between 4 different platforms one week, and then the next week they'll spend $200. Mm-hmm. But you built yourself up to a momentum that now you have to maintain. So if you're not doing it correctly,